I'm sure we'll get into this, but being a musician is something I've always known that I wanted to do. I wanted to do it. You know, there's pictures of me as a 4-year-old with a toy guitar, pretending to be a rock star. Wow. Yeah. Yeah, man. I was a bit of an odd kid growing up. I definitely had like issues interfacing with my newfound emotions. Okay. I would say, and kind of coming into myself was very, very difficult for me as a kid because I felt a lot, but I didn't really know how to express it. Right, and that's still something that I struggle with to this day, I think. And
I feel like as men, we're socialized not to feel those feelings too.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. There's a system in place there that really sucks. And I don't, I'm still in the midst of exploring why I feel that way, but music has been a tool for me to express how I feel, however dark or however light. So I'm glad that came into my life very young. You know, I grew up in a house where my parents were always playing really good music.
Yeah.
I remember begging my parents to buy me this acoustic guitar from Target when I was like 7 or 8. And they're like, all right, if you clean up the yard, we'll buy it. And, you know,
the yard was spotless.
Learning capitalism very young. But I cleaned up the yard and the guitar was $20, man, which at the time for me was like, wow, that's crazy. That's like $1 million.
Right.
And I bought this guitar. I'll never forget. I like picked it up. I'd never played a guitar before. And I wasn't playing chords, but I figured out like how to play Smoke on the Water like day one.
No shit.
I was just like, oh, it's this. And like, that's the second note. Cause like, I know what that note sounds like in my head, and I know what pitch it should be, and like, so it's like bang, 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 and obviously like the chords were messy and whatever. But I remember my mom being like, "We got something," you know? It was crazy, man. It just always made sense, and it's still to this day really one of the only things in my life that really makes sense to me.